That's kind of where I was, because just getting to the top of that ridge was extremely hard. And the guys just kept saying, they're like, yeah, wait till we get in Alders. They just kept talking about the Alders. And they were like, and they didn't want to be in the Alders after dark because of the bears. And sure enough, Dylan, it took his caribou a little longer to clean. He didn't train the way he normally does, so he was moving pretty slow, and so the Packout took way longer than we needed to. Took way too many stops, and we got to the Alders after dark. And it was funny. Right before we got in Alders, we were sitting up on this ridge. It was like the last high point where you could see the river bottom before we got in the Alders. And I'm just kind of sitting there on my pack glassing. And I was like, what? I see an animal down there. I was like, what is that, a moose? It was kind of dusk. It was pretty dark, but I can just see a black figure moving real slow. And the guide looks and he was like, no, man, that's a bear. And that's a giant bear. And that's right where we're going. I'm like, oh, great. I added a little extra motivation. You got, 80, 100 pounds of meat on your back covered in blood, in the dark. It was definitely motivation to keep moving.
Looking forward to having some experiences like that. I mean, you don't want to have to worry about getting mauled by a bear, but
yeah. I would highly recommend Alaska. I mean, everybody says it, but Alaska just does something to you. I mean, it is so big and so vast, and it's just, you want to talk about connection to nature. I mean, everything is reliant on nature, the wind, the tide, the rain, what the animals are doing.